Hey everyone, so Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, our good old little socialist, was on CNN again. The link to the video is in the description, but to CNN's credit, they were asking her again how she plans to pay for the $40 trillion price tag on her free education and free healthcare for all, etc. Her answer was the same as she's always given: tax the rich more and increase our corporate tax rate. Again, CNN, to their credit, fires back with the fact that may come up with about $2 trillion, but how about the $38 trillion left over? To this, she gives no answer. It's a nearly incoherent babbling response filled with empty political platitudes, and CNN rightly points out that the estimates they're using are coming from leftist sources, so this is not even some conservative organization that has raised these issues. This is her side of the aisle coming up with very serious questions. Questions to which Cortez has no sensible answer to whatsoever. It has been pointed out before that you could tax all people making over $250,000 a year at 100%. Take everything they've got. You could tax corporations at 100% as well. Take everything they've got too, and you still haven't scratched the surface of what you need to cover all this. So this canned response just does not work. And by the way, if you actually did that, that would be close to a one-shot deal. If you tax them at 100% for any significant period of time, they will quickly no longer exist as a fountain of wealth from which the government can loot. So it's not only an incorrect answer, it's also wildly dangerous and irresponsible. But anyway, I wanted to point something out. Watch the video and keep in mind that this is what happens when reality meets empty political promises. The answers that Ocasio-Cortez gives are exactly what you would expect when a person who is trying to get votes by merely promising everything has to face reality in the form of some pretty basic questions. And you can tell this is merely wishful thinking on her part, and a politically motivated promise on her part as well, considering the fact that her answer to this question, to this very important question on how to pay for it, is pathetic to say the least. And one other very important thing to point out, Cortez refers to the fact that other Western democracies have some form of universal healthcare, so why can't we? Now, there are a lot of criticisms I could make on this, but here's just one that I feel is very significant. The only reason why many of these countries can even get away with their universal health care is because the United States subsidizes their defense and military. We basically subsidize our NATO allies, which was every country she listed, and some of the famous examples she didn't list, like Norway. We subsidize their defense so they're able to spend their money on other things, namely healthcare and education. I mean, take a look at the amount of US military bases in Germany. Do you think that has something to do with the fact that they are able to throw money, resources, and energy around at these other things? By the way, I don't think the US should be doing this at all. We should not be subsidizing all these countries, but if we ever did the right thing and stopped, you would see these countries go through exceptionally tough times, to say the least. This, in and of itself, would not make me happy, but at least people like Cortez would not be able to throw around this propaganda as if there are no other reasons that these countries are able to get away with their massive welfare programs. For the time being, anyway. But that's all for now. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and thank you very much.